Hello guys, my name is Mobo Wall Street, aka G-Cord, and welcome to my video. We're going to be having a little bit of a discussion about why A. Dirty Bomb is never coming back, and if it is, the community will destroy it again. B. The community had one of the major reasons why the game died. And 3. The community was one of the reasons why the game could have been saved, but never was. Community flip-flops all the time, especially the Dirty Bomb community, and especially free-to-play esports titles. Their communities, very toxic, very salty, and also extremely flip-floppy. And if you don't know what flip-flop is when you are a flip-flopper, is because you flip and then you flop. Shotguns are overpowered, patch them. Shotguns are overpowered, we want the old ones, patch them. Shotguns are overpowered, we need a change. Oh, shotguns old ones were so much better. Oh my gosh, this is trash. Oh my gosh, this is trash. That's a flip-flopper. That's what the community did. Imagine being a developer trying to balance the game when everybody's flipping here and there, back around. Sniper rifles insta-killing people, insta-gipping them on a headshot. That's too strong. Especially with a PvP firing that fast. Patch it. Sniper rifles are trash. We want the old ones. Patch it. Sniper rifles are too good. Patch it. Sniper rifles are still too good. Make them slower. Patch it. Sniper rifles are too strong. They deal too much damage. Patch it. Sniper rifles are useless. They deal no damage. It's impossible to give with them, and only trash people play them, so just completely throw them out the window. Shotguns, the same way. Overpowered, one-hit kills, blah 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 blah. Low-level players are bad, therefore shotguns are so much better on them. Patch it. Too much range, even though it has no headshot damage and deals less damage overall. And it's also really slow. Too much range. I die when I'm running away in a straight line and I have no HP and I get hit by one of the shotties. Patch it. Right? That's kind of the community. You're trying to balance an esports title for those people. You're just never gonna balance anything. And the balancing you do, you're gonna have to do real slow and talk to lots of professional players and see what they want to do, and if they want to do anything. Most likely, they'll never do anything because the community sucks. And if the community sucks, there's no point in balancing because the community is just going to rip you to shreds, and tear you to pieces, and ruin everything. So what do? You just make new characters. Screw that. Screw balancing the game. Make new characters. Make a new meta. Kind of like Overwatch. If Dirty Bomb comes back, if it's exactly like we left it, the community is going to hate it. If it's fixed, the community is going to hate it. If it's at all changed, or if it remains the same, the community is going to hate it. They're going to salty, toxic, and ruined. But it's the same thing. That's the community of Dirty Bomb to you. Dirty Bomb is going to fail outright, so it's never going to come back. For whatever reason. Unless they make it pay. That's right. Make it paid. $20. Buy Dirty Bomb. Like CSGO. Just make it CSGO. Just make it CSGO. $15. Buy the game. Cut down a whole lot of the absolute trash tier individuals who play the game. Nobody will play because you have to pay money for it. Game is ruined. Doesn't really matter what we do to it, the game is going to be absolutely ruined. Number one thing that caused the game to die was the fact that there was no way of pleasing the community. So, since there is no way of pleasing this Dirty Bomb community, if Dirty Bomb comes back, no pleasing them. But also, why did the game die? Poor balancing. Bad publisher people, bad commercial practices, losing lots of money. Free to play means no money whatsoever, but also if you don't have any way of making money whatsoever, but also buying mercs. But buying mercs makes it overpowered. Buying cars makes it overpowered. Everything is overpowered. All right, I lost because your card is your loadout card is so much better than mine, and you paid for it. Therefore, it's overpowered. Therefore, we should remove any sort of overpoweredness to the game. That's why the community killed the game. Because if you balance for high level play, for professional level play, the low level people, the vast majority of players in the game, the vast majority, balance the game for pros, everybody else will suffer. Look at CSGO. Game is really hard to get into. Hard, legacy skills, shotgun sprays, sprays, patterns you gotta memorize, movement that's very tricky, sound, callouts. It's made for people who take the game seriously and are professionals, and balanced therefore For those people, Overwatch is a game that's made for casuals and pro players and intermediates and brand new people. So they balance it for everybody, and then their best pro player leaves Overwatch for a game that doesn't even have an esports scene, and it's not even out. Don't be Overwatch and balance for multiple people. Be CSGO, balance for a specific select group of people who you want to market it to. But what's the problem when it's free to play and you have a problem with everybody calling everything overpowered? How do you solve all those overpowered problems that all the lower tier players have? Because they're the source of your money. How do you maintain those people active? Well, it's not by balancing to the pro players, because as we can tell by the shotguns, balancing for the pro players makes everybody equally bad as before, or even more. Apparently, shotguns are overpowered. They can one-hit kill people. Lots of low players use them. They're kind of a crutch. They allow you to walk, but they don't allow you to run. Pro players, they're runners. They're not walkers. They run. Shotguns slow them down. So they don't use them because they're bad, have bad range, put you in a very heavy disadvantage, and they're very slow to fire. So how do you balance that? But then that makes it so that the low players who are competing against people who don't know how to move in the game, who don't know how to fight in the game, who don't know how to communicate in the game, they have an even more advantage over them. So people will say that they're even more overpowered, that they broke the game, and they leave. And they leave negative reviews, and they leave negative comments, and they leave death threats on the developers and send them death threats, and it's a bad experience for everybody. They actively told opposite things to the developer team about how to balance the game. So the community, if the game comes back, will never be satisfied, and B, the community ruined the game themselves single-handedly. But also, the community could have saved the game. How could that be? By adding community tools. Community tools. Look at CSGO. CSGO is a heavy esports pro scene thing, balanced for pro players. Lots of heavy technical stuff to know. But you can have custom maps, you can have practice aim maps, you can have maps to learn how to smoke certain areas or learn pop flashes. You have casual maps where you can play casual game modes with your friends, custom game modes. You can have lots of brand new things, mods, a ton of things. You can make your own skins, you can make your own knives, you can make whatever it is you want in CSGO, you can make it. Why not in Dirty Bomb? Was Unreal Engine 3 really that bad that they couldn't even come up with community creation toolkits? Was it really, or did they just not want to? Did they not care? The community could have saved itself. They could have created training maps for those who needed the training. They could have created like 2 Clicks Phillips and 3 Clicks Phillips or Clicks Phillips, or whatever version he is, where he explains, detailed through custom maps, how weapons work, how the spread works, how the damage penetration works. You could create a map explaining how shotguns work and the accurate distance to go from. You could create custom maps of the actual maps and showcase, routes and things to do. You could do practice retake maps. So many things to do that the community could make, but never were able to, that could have solved the community's own problems. So the community is the reason why the game died and the reason why the game could have lived, but never did, because the developers never released creation toolkits, whatever it is. I don't know how that works. I'm not a developer. I'm barely even a man. I'm mainly a dog. But I hope you guys understand me what I'm saying. That the community is never going to be satisfied with Dirty Bomb unless it's done hyper right. I don't even know what that would be. Bring back Dirty Bomb with a new and improved engine, heavily performance optimized, aimed at professional level play with community tools that would allow the community to create its own training support system to allow people to become better at the game, and also a casual area where people who are tired of playing competitive can play more casual game modes, custom game modes, hide and seek games, slasher games. Stuff like that would be interesting, and the game could be played in such a way if only we had the opportunity and the tools. So the community killed Dirty Bomb, but also could have saved it, but never could have had the chance. Just food for thought, just kind of like a little rant that I had. And guys, as always, have a great day. Quarantine is weird, man. And Naruto is back with a little JoJo hat on top. Jotaro Kujo, also a silver C3PO. And the Beatles are right there. There's the Beatles. Elvis Presley's right there. And have a great day.